Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to the third installment of many other installments of Dad's House. Now, I know that we just celebrated the holidays. Here with us is my main man, my brother. I'm thankful for him. P. McB, Paul McBride, aka Mac Daddy, P. Mac. Fucking.
I wear many hats.
The man in the clown shoes.
I guess.
And he's an amazing bass player. He can tell you what chemicals you need in your pool.
Well, he's a poolman.
And he rolls a hell of a fucking joint. So,
Yes, he does.
all things included, he's a fucking great guy. And he wanted us to check out his new favorite artist.
Yeah, she's it's kind of up and coming, a little underground, but I don't know. I think it'll take off.
It's
good.
It's underground, but it's pretty fucking rad. It's Nicole Westbrook. It's Thanksgiving. What the fuck kind of shit do you have me watching?
What are you, a pedophile?
What are you talking about?
I'm 12.
She looks young for her age.
What is she fucking thankful for? I don't get it.
Her dad's Audi, trust funds,
Malls,
yeah,
pastels.
Hello Kitty.
Can you imagine like a kid saying this to their parents and like dad's like, I can't, man. Fucking, I want to like throat fuck my daughter. Stop.
How
It's not appropriate holiday music.
and why do you know this exists?
I know a guy who knows a guy who kind of just cut me in on some info, I guess, recently via the internet.
Dude, they're naming fucking what holiday goes on.
Well, it's like from the people who produced that Rebecca Black video, like that's on Friday, where they named the days of the week. Now they're naming days of the month with Westbrook. I mean, it's going to be a concept album based upon 365 days of the year.
What's she
It's
making?
going to be
Oh my god.
a terrible piece of music, of course. Millions and millions of kids are going to do it. It also sounds like they're saying eggs instead of yeah. Eggs. Eggs. Right? I mean, I like eggs, but I don't know.
What the fuck?
Alright, the first question I have to ask is, Paul, how many times have you masturbated?
Is it like today? Or you gotta look, if you could like be more specific.
Well, I really don't
How many
really.
fucking views
I don't
does it
need the answer after that response.
Holy shit! It's got 15 million views.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they're
Who
probably.
is this fucking guy?
Dude, it's, dude.
What is this guy? Hang out with all the fucking like preteen white girls? He's the luckiest black man in America. He must be a gay hairdresser or something.
It's kind of weird because they dress him up as a turkey.
This
Oh,
is my
man.
weekend thing.
I think
like
it's
to
a
make
little,
music videos.
subconscious, sort of almost, not to be like that guy, but like dress the one black dude up as a turkey, like that's a little, I don't know.
You think it's the
You got a
Illuminati?
fucking Don King shirt on. Back me up over here.
Yes.
You think it's the Illuminati, Paul?
I think Al Sharpton would not be pleased with
Oh my god.
this.
Why are all these kids at Thanksgiving?
Oh, dude, she lays down fucking hot fire right here. Check it out.
Nothing is forbidden. She know we gotta have. I gotta can't be hateful. Gotta be grateful. Gotta be grateful. Can't be hateful. Mashed potatoes on my table.
Brady, how does this song make you feel?
You look like you're feeling it, bro.
Not good.
Come on, it's Thanksgiving. Give 'em thanks, yeah.
Yeah,
She's singing into a
turkey
fucking
leg.
turkey leg.
Yeah, and she does it for the rest of the video because, you know,
Dude, you know
Subtlety
some
is-
fucking person.
some like old producer's like, I don't look like a dick, but she'll never know. It's just like in Aladdin where they fucking, you know, and all those other Disney movies.
Dude, either this guy, this rapper guy, this is like, we're gonna ruin any bit of career that he has.
When you say he's a rapper guy, your first impression of him is like
Oh,
this guy doing shit.
he's Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Lil Wayne, yeah. Lil Hopeless.
What in the
He's
fuck?
like, I like to dress in turkey suits and hang out with children.
And eat fried chicken, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous.
The fuck?
Whatever.
What in the fucking world, man?
That's
Welcome to
amazing.
Dad's house, and now I want to kill myself. Thank you. Good night. So, I think that it's absolutely wonderful to know that money went towards that could have been spent elsewhere
God.
in the world.
Where can I?
Money was made off that too. Truman's ass.
Treeman's ass.
It only hurts at first,
Truman's
buddy.
asshole.
He seems down.
I said that.
I said
So,
a farmer said that.
have you guys heard of the Knock Knock game?
You mean
Knockout game.
Knockout?
Knockout game.
Yeah,
Knockout.
the knock game is like
Of
2-year-olds
course.
telling jokes.
I've never seen any of the videos of it or anything, but I think it's fucking.
See, I think it'd be fucking easier to say knock knock, like who's there and punch someone in the fucking face.
Well, dude, I saw some shit
like,
on the
that to me is like that should be.
I saw some shit on the news where some kid got shot in the ass because he went up to fucking do it to some guy and he fucking shot him. Right in the butt.
My apologies.
No, it's all good. Continue.
So this is a video that Anton Franz Mesmer found on the internet, and this is the knockout game gone wrong.
Let's go. Oh! Oh! Oh my God. He just hit her. Oh.
What a piece of shit, man.
Oh shit.
Like, do you think that we?
They don't show the actual, like, they just show, like, after the guy already caught him. I want to see that, like, initial, just like, plow.
There's videos of that.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of shit of that. Yeah.
Yeah. You ever wonder if, like, if we are getting better or worse as a species? Because, like, I know, like, the Romans and the Greeks fucking had their own.
They mastered salad and yogurt, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, they had their own fucking depravity and insanity and fucking, like, the early Catholics and shit, like, but, like, what the fuck are we doing?
I don't know, shit got done, you know what I mean? Like, even talk about, like, not to be, like, the pyramid-idiot, but, like, you talk about, like, Egypt and shit, like, their fucking pyramids are a line of the star, you know, like, they just knew about all the shit existing. Now you have, like, an app on your phone that's, like, Google Star Map. Does the same thing, like, thousands of years ago, we just knew because we were, like, I don't know,
See,
more
what I'm
aware
saying-
of where we existed.
But what I'm saying is like this fucking violence for no reason, like the stupid shit we do. Like, are we fucking going somewhere, or is it worse, or like is it worse because we should know better from so much history of being alive? Like, like where the fuck do we stand? Like, do you think we're growing as people, or do you think we're fucking
Well, you have to sort of count.
still monkey brained?
Yeah, but dude, think about it, man. You can say there's more violence now, like this stupid shit, yeah.
It's relative
But dude,
to
think about back in the
showing-
day. They used to fucking throw prisoners into an arena
And people-
with lions. And everyone would come in the whole fucking area to watch these fucking people get torn up by lions. Like, what was more violent? What's more violent? These guys going around knocking out old ladies, or us watching a lion eat a fucking human?
I think because we know so much more about suffering and the nature of suffering, and we should have grown as a species to be a little more compassionate. But like maybe it's a little bit more fucked up now for some 15-year-old kid to punch an old woman in the fucking face than back in the day. You know, like back then there was like valor to being part of the Colosseum, and like it was like spectacle. I think a very small sect of people would get behind a fucking kid punching a fucking old woman in the
But
face.
it's all relative to what you're being exposed to, what the news shows you and shit like that. Not every fucking kid that age is running around punching women.
Of course, of course.
So you can't say the
gang
race is
related?
doomed because of one person.
Is it like a gang, like...
Nah, it's like a fucking peer pressure
Initiation or
thing. It's
something
like
like
back when
that?
I was young, it was like, yo, let's skip class and smoke a joint. Now they're like, yo,
Well,
let's
yeah.
run around the mall and punch old women.
No, but
Like, I don't
dude,
know,
I
it's-
knew some crews back in the day that would do stupid shit like that, dude. So it's always been
Like to see
there.
how
But
dangerous
they
it
didn't
is.
Now everyone has
The
cell
news
phones.
is aware to, yeah,
and,
that's true
and
too.
everyone's
That's true,
fucking filming everything, and
Exactly,
it's going on YouTube.
man.
It just, I mean, it's been there.
You can't do random acts of violence anymore because everybody's gonna get it on film. You know what I mean? The 90s were awesome for that reason. If you wanted to just like, you know,
OJ got away with fucking murder, and he was part of a car chase on TV.
you know. If she
Fucking
went down, you got a
technology.
page on your beeper. It was like star 911. You were like, peace, yo, you know, and then dipped. Now it's like everybody's got a
Pager,
phone.
man,
You're
yeah.
like tagged on Foursquare like 2 seconds before you're like, you can whip your dick out. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
I just think it's sad, like, man, like, fucking, there's so much potential in each person that's, you know, able-bodied and able-minded to, like, if you got enough people just not to be cunty and not be crazy, it can be a fucking decent place to live. And, like, not to say that it's fucking chaos. It's not like we live in fucking the worst place in the world, but, like, the fact that like in our country and in our society, like that's something people get to do. Like I can understand joking around about it, making a video game, so, like you know, like get your violence in your movies, get your violence in your video game, like music. Shit, that's why fucking metal exists, is for fucking people to get their aggression out and stuff. But like why fuck up other people's like you know day because of
For
your
no
own
reason,
angst
yeah.
and aggression or
Yeah,
your
dude, I
immaturity?
don't know.
It's fucking so fucked.
You gotta, I don't know, I think it's like, it should be instilled in every person's mind. I mean, understand, like, environment plays a role with shit, you know? People are underprivileged, overprivileged. But, like, you should always be instilled in your mind to, like, create something for humanity, not destroy it, you know?
I would love to destroy a lot of things.
But, I mean, it's,
I get such bad road
They
rage
kinda
now,
I'm
dude,
fucking-
recently. Like, I wish I could just blast people out of the way with a fucking rocket launcher.
Well, it's almost like the same thing. Like, are we getting smarter or dumber? Because like, just
So we're definitely getting smarter.
just the way that people act on the road. It's like you're in this car and all of a sudden your civility goes out the window, but then you gotta wonder like Black Friday shit like that, like
Cyber Monday, Brown Tuesday.
people still have this like fucking monkey brain where they'll turn into animals over fucking something that's
Yeah.
not even like, it's not even a matter of survival. You know what I mean? Like,
People are dying, people who work at Walmart are dying. Going into work being like, I work at Walmart, I'm gonna die today. Not a thought you should have. You're fireman or policeman, yeah, maybe you're gonna die. You signed up for that.
So
Working at
wait,
Walmart.
people died in Walmart?
In fucking Long Island.
Long
right?
Island, this
Yeah,
dude got
motherfucker
trampled
got
to death.
trampled dead in a Walmart vest with a sticker on it, like, you know, I love you or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
it's
roll back low price.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking-
Roll back my face off the fucking linoleum.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
like,
insane.
You know?
We've already
The good
just
news
said it,
is they
fucking
got
government-
those 3 Xbox Ones that they were looking for, so it's all worth it, you know, man's life.
That's what I don't get, man.
Buying shit.
What I don't get too is like fucking how stupid are people? Like, you know that those stores are fucking setting you up to have that crowd. So why even play into it? Because people are like, well, we're trying to beat the rush. It's like, that is the fucking
Yeah.
rush. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
That's the fucking rush. That's the whole point. And the deals that they give you aren't the deals you'll get on December 26th. That is the day that you can get shit the cheapest
Or November
in any
1st.
fucking store.
Yeah.
Because we didn't sell that shit before Christmas. We need to get the fuck rid of it because by January 15th they're sending us new shit.
But it's, dude,
Yeah.
the sales they have aren't even necessarily that good. If you look like a month before, most of the shit is like close to the same price as on Black Friday. They'll like mark it up 2 weeks before and then take like 60% off. And being the dumbasses that we are, we're like, oh, a sale, I'll buy 35 of them.
See, the
I
fucked
saved
up thing
money.
is these stores and shit, they're advocating this fucking insanity.
That's like the
Because-
gladiator shit right there, you know? Like, people who work at Walmart just feed you the fucking
Gladiator-
Why
lies.
would
Smiley
you
face.
offer
Yeah, right?
75% off on some shit? You know that people are gonna pile in. Why not just make a couple week sale of 25% off on more things? You know, space it out and give a sale, but it's like, dude, you're gonna have to expect 1,000 fucking mouth breathers to come and break the fucking doors down
Fucking
to get an
knuckle
iPhone for $200 instead of six.
There shouldn't have to be police at a fucking sale at a store. Like that's my point. Is it shouldn't be like fucking like a fucking Slayer concert back in the day at like a nightclub in the sticks where there's like skinheads that are fucking trying to fucking kill people. Like you shouldn't have to have police presence to fucking.
No, you shouldn't.
Some
but
things.
we do.
But like,
people are fucking
it'd
monsters.
be cool to see certain stores, like let's say like Target or Walmart, say, you know what, we're gonna be closed. There's no more Black Friday. Get everything online,
Yeah.
and then divvy up the online sales to all the stores nationwide that are closed, and be like, look, those people would have piled into your store anyhow. We'll just deal
And
with
you're
it,
giving the
and they
shit
can
away
pick
for
up the
dirt
vouchers at the
cheap
store
anyway.
at another day. So it'd be fucking stupid simple, and you don't get people fucking getting ran over, but. They want the chaos because what do they always say? Fucking, there's no such thing as bad publicity because you still fucking heal. Like, what do they have at Walmart that someone's gonna fucking die for today?
Let me
Yeah.
see
You
if the
know?
bloodstains are there. Oh, I'll buy some fucking whatever while I'm here. You know?
It's like I can imagine someone getting dragged out of there, like, you know, so sir, did he get all the things he needed? Like on a stretcher, it's like, hey, where's worth it? You know, fucking legs fucking broken.
When it
off
comes
and shit.
down
Take a
to-
picture with the guy who got
When it
trampled.
comes down to what we
Look at
pay
this.
for these things, what we pay for these things normal price. So once they go drop down after they first come out, that's still probably 4 times what it costs to make the fucking thing.
Of course.
So when it comes out, they're like, fuck it, we'll give it 75%. If we're still making money on the shit, it don't matter. But all these fucking people are gonna be like, oh, and all these people that couldn't buy it before because of the price, now they're gonna come blow all their money. because they now can get it. Now I can afford it. But either way, they're still making money off that product. You know, you get 2,000 people
Well, shit
buying an
that's been sitting around
iPhone
for a
because it's
year.
$200.
Yeah.
It's the same as 500 people throughout the year buying that iPhone. You know.
What's even worse about the whole thing is that the catalyst for it all was Christmas. And like, I'm not Christian by any stretch of that word, but
No,
like, it's supposed to be something about family and like, you know,
Faith.
like being good to other people. And it's like at what point do the toys and the pandemonium of things external
mean
to your
anything
species,
about-
to your to your fucking brothers and sisters? Like when does that become fucking the last thing? Like people, there's dudes pushing women out of the way in the fucking front door at Target to get through and grab merchandise. It's like where's the opposite? Where's the fucking dude? Like, I haven't seen one of those fucking videos from Black Friday and shit. One person that's not an employee or a cop going, dude, what the fuck are we doing? Chill the fuck out. Like, there's no fucking heroes. Fucking heroes live in movies. You
No,
know?
that
blow
hero,
his brains
they're
out.
there.
Fuck this.
If that hero guy,
That
if they're
hero's at
there,
home,
they
not
want that
fucking
shit
shopping.
too.
Yeah.
If they're there at 3:30 in the morning to get a fucking Xbox.
But the thing is, you could want
not-
something. You could want to fucking get something. Things are nice. We're here in this physical reality to enjoy it. But the thing is like people first. Fucking don't step all over each other to get shit. If you fucking got there later than someone else, you might not get the Xbox. That shouldn't be the goal when there's fucking human life at stake.
The
And
sense of
safety.
humanity is lost, man. It's a personal thing. Everybody's focused on themselves. Oh, my family wants this for their, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck, everybody should be able to.
No, I think a
enjoy
lot of it, if you watch the
simultaneously.
videos, a lot of it, like this one woman, like this guy's got the bike. And he's like, got it. It's in my arms. I'm walking away. And she's like, no. She's fucking holding on. It's because she knows she probably cannot afford that bike at normal price, normally. So if she doesn't get that shit today, her kid is not getting that bike. They get fucking insane. It's like the last piece of meat in front of dogs.
But it's stuff.
You know?
It's not survival, and that's what makes me fucking sick.
Well, of course.
And,
Yeah.
like, that's what I mean. Like, fucking dude, like, just having just being able to fucking have family dinner should be fucking lucky, man. Like, fucking, there's a lot of heads on this planet. Like, 300,000 people on average die a day. You know, that's a big number. I mean, like, about the same. I think like it's like 325,000 get born a day, just
Yeah.
about. It's like.
So
But-
we're 25 grand we're losing.
But it's like fucking insane, dude. Like
Yeah.
It,
I think the whole thing that's fucked up, and I read something on it, something on Facebook, but it was so true. It's like, leave it to Americans to celebrate a day where they're supposed to be thankful for everything, Thanksgiving, and then immediately the next day they're trampling each other for. Some people missed their Thanksgiving dinners because they were camping out in front of that spot.
it just defeats.
So
the
it's
point.
it's like, why would you sit down with your family and celebrate Thanksgiving, which
To
you're
me, it's
supposed to be
like-
thankful, which I still think is a fucked up.
Go burn your
stupid
cross.
holiday
I think it
anyway,
makes
but-
sense because Thanksgiving itself was us taking shit
Yeah,
that we
I
shouldn't
know,
have,
yes.
and then we're actually doing it now
But-
in a modern era.
Do you ever
Normal people think
What I'm
it's
trying to say is
good to be
Walmart is
thankful.
Native Americans.
Do you think that
Exactly
karma?
what I mean.
Do you guys think that karma is a real thing? Like just
I think it's
I guess-
whatever you believe in, the human.
well, do you believe
How
in
does
karma?
it
You
work?
yourself. Do you believe that what comes around goes around?
I guess that it could exist. I don't necessarily.
I guess I could say I've seen incidents where I kind of believe that that's true.
Where do you stand on it, dude?
No, yeah, right.
What
Same
goes
shit,
around
you
comes
know,
around.
like,
I've
yeah,
seen it so
happens.
many times in my life where it's just like come full circle in some way. I almost feel like maybe large groups of people concerted in a single effort could suffer karma like on a grand scale. Like maybe because of slavery we got Lil Wayne and fucking Pimp C and like fucking Master P going, "Ugh!" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe that's like our punishment for holding those people
No,
down.
really?
It's like, so now we're gonna give them equal rights, bring everything up, but now it's gonna be a shit show and they're gonna fucking like
Yeah.
there's gonna be hoods that police won't go in. You know what I mean? So like maybe like on a grand scale, like Christmas, like the blood of Christians, like fucking all the fucking chaos Christians and Catholics have caused in the world. Not everyone. There's good and
Yeah.
bad in every sect. Just like there's good Muslims, there's good Jews. Like it's just like, but maybe like the concerted effort of a large group of people. Like maybe that's why people are dying, getting Christmas presents, and maybe like
Yo, so it's like creeping death in Egypt. Maybe that's what they call it Black Friday.
that's deep. as deep as an abyss.
Told upon the mountain.
That's true though. Like
I thought it
No,
was called Black
I mean, in all
Friday for
honesty,
another
though,
reason.
I mean, it's just, I don't know.
But
It's kind of the same concept. If you ever, I don't know if I heard what you said, but that's fine.
I said I thought it was called Black Friday for a different reason.
Yeah, because he thought fucking,
again, it's
he thought
whatever you want it
Gorgoroth
to
was
believe.
gonna be at every store.
Gorgoroth. That would be way cooler.
No, I thought it was invented by Jack Black.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's good too. But no, it was whatever. But what the fuck was I just gonna say? I don't even remember.
I don't know. I can't jump inside your head,
You
bro.
got it, man. You got it.
But I don't know. Like it's interesting, man. Like I just remember when I was a kid, like the stores weren't even open that like weekend till like Saturday, and if it fell on that time, then it wasn't open till Monday. Like when I was a kid in Limbrook, there was no Black Friday. There was no the stores being open at midnight. If anything, the hours were cut down unless people went out to go shop, and it was just kind of chill. People actually spent time with their families. People didn't get a few hours off on Thanksgiving. They got a Thanksgiving weekend, and a lot of times it was paid. Like it was such a different
Yeah.
time.
When we were in school too, you got the whole half a week off, right? You
I know a lot of
Wednesday,
people
Thursday, Friday,
that had their
Saturday,
Christmas
Sunday.
shopping done before December even came. You know,
I don't know why
November.
people wouldn't just buy things like right in the beginning of September. Just get it done then.
Yeah.
You want to really beat the madness? Do that, or fucking
Well,
throw
because-
away this insane holiday, and fucking just admit that it's probably foolish because it's based on an archetype that's been used in many other cultures for many other prophets. And just say, why don't we just fucking pick another day throughout the year? Like, doesn't the family just pick a fucking family day every
And
year?
everyone buys
And it's like the
presents,
Smith
yeah,
family
and
celebrates
eat
on
dinner,
April
yeah.
17th, and we go to the park and get drunk together and give each other presents. Awesome, you know. And the DiStefano family goes and they smoke pot in the backyard and swim in the pool and have all our friends over, and you know, like whatever. Like, but like,
I think a lot of
because-
people, it's just tradition at this
But
point.
like, why not start traditions within your own family instead
More
of
money is probably made with fucking these crazy fiascos. You know what I
of
mean?
course,
It's all about
yeah.
money. It's all about fucking paper.
But the thing is, like, so many people are aware of it. But when do people start doing things? Like, I don't buy into this shit. I don't shop. I don't do presents. I don't do this shit. I don't do Christmas. I just
Joey's the
don't.
type of guy he'd rather just buy you a present at a random.
Yeah, like that.
You
It has a
know?
little more meaning as to
That's
like
how I
yeah.
feel. Obligatory present day, Valentine's Day. I love you because they said I have to. Here is card and
Yeah,
flowers.
oh, Valentine's Day.
You know, like
I don't
fuck
mind.
that, dude. It's March
up the hill. People.
It's March 5th. The pussy's been gravy, baby, and I love you. Now let's go to the Steak and Shake, get a burger,
Exactly. Random
and
acts
have
of
sex,
kindness.
and watch
Right,
The Simpsons.
yeah, no, that shit's good, man. That's.
But like
People
that
should
should
do
be.
that.
It shouldn't be obligatory holidays and shit. And if you want to make like, if you're like, oh, we met on fucking, you know, this date, make that a day that you guys celebrate. Make that your Valentine's Day. Make that your jam.
Yeah.
Pick something meaningful
Well,
to
people
you.
do that,
Not something
too.
that was meaningful to some fucking person who said, well, you know, business has been slow in February, so what are we gonna do about that?
Love
Yeah.
Day.
I love you guys by default.
People
you know,
spend
like-
money on pussy. Boom.
There you go.
Love Day.
Yeah.
You know? And if they don't spend money on that day, their pussy will leave them. So they will spend money on that day.
Not at all.
They-
My
Yeah.
girl doesn't like. She thinks it's fucked up how like you know a guy
Bastard
went out his way
earmuffs.
to buy chocolate and flowers for your girl when you should just you know show
Just
that
to
much
get his fucking
affection.
dang wet, right? You know, all that shit. So that's such an endless game. It sucks, but yeah.
You should just want to buy flowers for your girl at random anyway.
Yeah, like I just.
And yeah.
It actually works out.
I think
better.
it's just at the point though where now because everyone else is celebrating it, most girls are like, you know, oh, well you didn't give me anything, you know, or something like that.
So,
Shit
But
sucks.
speaking of
talking
girls,
about people that fucking poison society and why people fucking walk around brain dead.
Nice.
We're gonna watch my friend and your favorite Kirk Cameron talk about homosexual marriage with Piers Morgan, who's another fucking nimwit.
The kid from Growing Pains. Isn't he?
yeah.
Exactly. He's fucking dumb as a box of monkey dicks that got jizzed on by a box of monkey dicks. Him and this guy Ray Comfort go around saying that an atheist's worst nightmare is the banana. Because the banana proves the existence of God. Because it fits right in your hand
Yeah.
and has a cap. it's like it also fits in your asshole. You know what I mean? You know, like fucking get the fuck out of here. You know. You could also choke on it. You could be allergic to the banana and fucking drop dead from eating it.
It also fits in a monkey's hand.
So the craziest shit about Ray Comfort and Kirk Cameron is they say that the scientific proof that God exists is that creation exists. So that's infallible proof because if a painting exists, there has to be a painter. If a guitar exists, someone had to make the guitar, you know. And it's like, all right, well, where's the planet factory? And you know, and then who made God? And then they're like, well, God lives outside of time. And it's like, oh, you know, like you fit your delusion to fit your delusion and make all these fucking avenues to make it make sense. It's like if you have to fucking try that hard to defend your point, maybe you're not saying the truth and you're just stating a strange opinion. Because the thing is like the truth to most people. Like if you say like fucking this table's made of black felt. Most people are gonna be like, all right, that's what's crack-a-lacking over here with the table. You know what I mean? It's irrefutable
Scholar
to most people, unless you're schizophrenic and you're like, you know, it's a balloon, you know, and it's a balloon, you know, like
He's stolen my balloons.
So like, it's just the way that they fucking. They're so snaky and they don't even realize it. Like they're trying to come off as good and they'll try to fucking warp and twist reality to fit their delusion.
But to these people, they believe it so much that if they're wrong, their whole life
was a waste.
Is a waste. Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, we're gonna cut to a PSA from our friends at the PBSO and kids, the heroin. Stay away. We'll be back to you. Just a moment.
I'm so cold. Is this thing on? My name is Kevin and I ran the streets. Oh, on the hot concrete. The cops beat the crap out of me, threw me in the car. I'm not living like a star. I wasn't trying to start no trouble. Now I just do the heroin addict shuffle. My name is Susie, don't you know? You can find me down at the glory hole. I'll suck your dick for a bag of crack or heroin. It doesn't matter, Jack. I don't live my life like I'm in a fucking bubble. I just do the heroin addict shuffle. My name is Stan, and I'm the man. I've got the master plan. I'm living life like I'm in a bubble. I just do the heroin addict shuffle. A skilly-bee-bop, a skilly-bee-bop, a ree-ree, a skilly-bee-bop, a skilly-bee-bop, a skilly-bee-bop, ree-ree-ree, a skilly-bee-bop. My name is Jim, and I think it's a sin. Get away from me if you ain't my next of kin. I ain't trying to get no trouble. I'm just doing the heroin addict shuffle. Yep. Come on, who's next? Billy. My name is Billy. Oh God, the song is over. Can you believe this shit is over? I just want to sing. It's a thing that's part of the song that I wrote. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Dad's house. When you say to me what I feel in mind is I want to say things to you about how I.
Example, what your view of gay marriage is, what would you say?
Well, go ahead and ask me.
What is your view of gay marriage?
I feel like I just got imported into
Ladies and
the
gentlemen, Kirk
Christine
Cameron.
Bell interview you did back in August.
Well, I mean, that was the way she wouldn't talk about stuff in her own book.
I know.
He was cool back in the day, though.
To me about what you would tell your kids.
Yeah, they had a friend named
who you were
Boomer.
trying to protect,
Yes.
for example.
Yes.
Would you tell them that gay marriage is a sin?
I would tell my children as I tell them what I believe myself, and dealing with these social issues, whether it's abortion or gay
What do
marriage.
you believe?
I believe that marriage was defined by God a long time ago. Marriage is almost as old as dirt, and it was defined in the garden between Adam and Eve, one man, one woman.
Dirt
for
is
life.
also 6,000 years old according to Kirk Cameron.
I would never attempt to try to redefine marriage, and I don't think
It was invented
anyone
when
else should either.
dinosaurs,
So
right?
do I
Around that time,
support
we know that's
the
too
idea
much,
of
yeah.
gay marriage?
Carbon
No,
dating.
I don't.
Do you think homosexuality is a sin?
I think that it's it's unnatural. I think that it's detrimental and ultimately destructive to so many of the foundations of civilization.
So what do you do if one of your 6 kids says, "Dad, bad news, I'm gay"?
Bummer.
Have a hard
Bummer.
life, just like you would with your kids. I
Yeah,
talk
if I said
about.
one of my sons said that, I'd say, "That's great, son. As long as you're happy."
Ha! He's
What would
alright.
you say?
That's awesome. Let's go to the bar and get wings.
Well,
What a buzzkill.
I wouldn't say
man.
that's great, son, as long as you're happy. I'm going to say, you know, there's all sorts of issues that we need to wrestle through in our life, and just because you feel one way doesn't mean we should act on everything that we feel. But it's
and
not
yet,
only
some people would say that telling kids
He feels in love with
being
God
gay
and
is a
in
sin,
love
Yeah.
with Jesus.
and
Should he
getting
not
married
act
is
on
a
that?
sin or whatever,
Fucking
that
piece of
itself is
shit.
incredibly destructive and damaging. In a
I'd love
country
to see
where
Todd
some
Bridges
states
set him on fire.
legalized it.
Ben.
Yes, but,
That's
but
hard
you
to
have to also
define.
understand that you yourself are
When he
using a
was,
standard of morality to say that.
I hope his fucking
such
son
and
makes a
such
gay porn to the
behavior
song
is
Blurred
sinful.
Lines by Robin Thicke.
You're using a standard of morality to make that statement and say that that is terribly destructive. So everyone is going to have a standard against
No,
which
no,
they.
listen, I'm not an American. I'm making the point that 7 states in America
And that's why we
now
give a shit about
legalize
what you're
gay
saying.
marriage.
Well, Piers, you're speaking to a man who is a Christian, and I believe that all of us are sinful. I could stand at the top of the list and say that I need a savior and I need an overhaul of the heart more than anyone. And so
More than
that's
anyone?
what keeps
You're
my
fucking
faith.
worse
It
than
keeps my
Dahmer?
values that I hold dear. I treasure
think he's
the God
gay.
that loves me and forgives me of my
Look at that
sin, and I would
haircut.
teach that to my children, as well as having a wonderful relationship with them that my wife and I work on every
Men's
single day.
fucking warehouse fucking suit.
Fuck that guy. What a cunt.
Yeah, well, he's come a long way since growing pains. Yeah.
And here's
Fallen far, I think is what you meant to say.
I didn't hear his.
This is Louis Black, Super Jew. He's about to fucking.
I like Louis Black.
I love him.
Yeah,
I love.
he's
This
kind of
is
brilliant in his own way.
this is his reaction to Kirk Cameron on Prison
Oh, I
Break.
actually want to see that.
I think even if you have strong religious values, which I totally respect in people, but it's the fact they try and equate that with a similar position of, I want total freedom for people. So I want you to be totally free, particularly from the government. But actually what I really want to do is whack you over the head with my religious beliefs
Well, that's-
and ban you from doing all sorts of things. I find that a contradiction.
It's a total contradiction because they're the ones who scream. You know, it's freedom with freedom within their limitations of what the freedom can be. So that if you make a choice that is outside there, so you make a choice to be, and you don't even make the choice to be gay.
That's kind of
when
insane.
do they catch on to that? Why do they not? What is their problem with science? We're in the future now. This is the 21st century. It should be science fiction.
He's like your crazy uncle
And
or
that's all they
something.
will deal with is fiction.
Smart, man.
Were they beaten by nerds in chemistry class? Hands on Bunsen burners?
But I thought it was quite interesting the reaction to the Kirk Cameron comments on my show, because I must say I didn't
It's
expect
kind of always been
it to
like that,
erupt the
though,
way
you know?
it
It's
did.
like
But
love and
there's been a
accept
reaction
everyone
from
as long as
people,
you're just
and I
like
think,
me.
you know, they're all sort of, I think, shocked by the fact that this
Absolutely.
sweet, nice boy from Growing Pains has come out with what he clearly
There you
felt were perfectly normal comments, but actually in the cold light of day are transparently offensive. I mean, you can't just call a body of Americans unnatural, rest
just 'cause you're
civilization, all the things he
offensive
said.
doesn't mean
And he
it's
said it so
wrong.
calmly.
It
In the
means-
moment, I was like, really? That's interesting. And he was really back in, like, what?
And it's that whole thing of, even being Jewish, you kind of, I know enough about Christianity to know,
Louis Black
you're
Friday.
not being a Christian. You are not supposed to.
This should just let him
this
loose
is not
in the
supposed
fucking
to-
Walmart.
You can
Are you
think it.
fucking insane?
You can think
Well,
it.
actually, you can personally believe it.
Yes.
I have total respect for Kirk Cameron's right to
Oh, so
any
they're
beliefs
talking
he
shit about
wants.
Kirk Cameron
No,
behind
there's
his
no
back?
problem with that.
Well,
I just
he'll
want
see
to
it.
sit
Cameron,
down,
yeah.
face to face and say, I'm a Christian,
in the room just, like, standing right up to camera.
all-round good person. But by the way, I hate these people who were born the way they were.
Yeah, and
He never said he hated them.
And he does it with that, and then the thing about the rape.
Call it the way I see it. He didn't say
Yeah.
those words, man.
If your daughter
Spin
was,
tactics.
right, then the
He didn't
abortion-
say him on that clip we just watched, but you don't know. He could have been like, I hate gay people.
The way the Christian deals with the way they deal with it is that if you really believe it, then these people are going to hell. So why are you working so hard? It's already done. The deal's done.
Yeah.
You know, let them make their choice. And
What did you make of the Rush Limbaugh furor?
Well, there's so many levels to it. First off, it reminded me of what you'd expect somebody who maybe was like 15 years old to say.
I just I grew up Catholic, and it's as traumatizing as it sounds. You know what I mean?
Me too, man. Yeah, it's a
just
big money machine. It's like one of the oldest ones civilization knows.
Did you ever feel a connection to it?
I mean, I kind of think, like, I sort of agree with what they're saying. Like, people's personal beliefs are fine. Having faith in something is actually a pretty defining characteristic in being an individual, which is awesome. I respect that a lot. But, like, to just, like, shove it down someone's throat, I mean, I don't know. Being raised on it from an early age, I feel like when you're young, it does show you how to, like, be a good person, quote unquote, even if it's morally based or ethically based, whatever you want to say. But once it starts becoming into, like, an institution, once it becomes an institution, it's no longer a functional fragment of humanity.
Yeah, but you can tell a kid not to kill somebody without saying that this man in the sky said it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it may
Raised
be
to teaching
easier.
morals and tells them that's not right to do. That's not nice to do. But it doesn't have to be in a list of rules that you're gonna burn for if you don't do them. You know?
I think it's a little sick that in probably most cases, religion or maybe religious mythology was created to be comforting to people, and all the chaos that something that's
Again,
supposed to be comforting.
explain the unexplainable, man.
But it's amazing how much chaos comes from something that's supposed to be positive, and how people can, like, I've read the Bible, like, when I go out of town and stuff, I'll read the Gideon Bible in the fucking bathroom at the fucking hotel, you know what I mean? And, like, dude, there's some shit in there that, like, fucking, you can't read it any other way. Like, fucking, if you lay with another man, you will be stoned to death. You know what I mean?
But it also
Yeah.
says that you can't wear, like, wool and fucking
Oh,
silk,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
can't
yeah.
eat shrimp, and you
But
gotta
I'm saying,
sell
if
your
you
goat
go
for your
if
daughter.
you go through the whole
Like, they
book, you
pick
have to
and
lock
choose.
yourself in a fucking closet
No,
your
seriously.
whole life.
Exactly.
Grab a
So
rosary
they
bead and
pick and
stick it up
choose
your
what they
asshole.
want, though, man. You know what I mean? Like, I seen a thing on the internet where I guess the whole, like, the anti-homosexuality thing is, like, a lot in the Leviticus, whatever chapter.
Right.
Because, whatever, I went to Catholic school when I was young. There was a dude, some, like, I guess a parent redneck guy, got the fucking psalm tattooed on his arm from Leviticus. It's like, thou shalt not lay with
And
another
it
man.
says-
But the very next psalm in that is you shall not get a tattoo.
Tattooed
And he
on
had a
his
fucking
skin, yeah.
tattoo of it, and he didn't even fucking know. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like, that to me is the
People are
epitome
fucking
of, like,
stupid.
you pick what you want out of it. Like, ultimately, bro, the Bible, like any other great piece of fucking literature, is fucking art. The second you interpret art literally is when it becomes fucking...
But
Something terrible,
I don't
you know
know
what I
though.
mean?
I don't know if that's
Taking
fair
it-
though, because, like, no one's telling anyone that, like, fucking The Shining is the word of God, like a warning about
Yeah.
like.
In 2,000 years, you put enough money behind it, they'll fucking...
But I'm just saying, I don't like, you know. Like, I think someone really wrote that shit with the intent to make people think that, like, God
Well,
said that. I think there
It's a
was
collection of
it's obvious.
stories.
I
that's
don't.
been
I don't think it was
revised
art that was
many
misinterpreted.
times.
I think it was made divisively to
yes,
fuck with people.
It's very obvious.
I think
to
it was
me
made
that
as a
that
power
was the
ploy.
first set of laws and
Well,
rules.
no. The Code of
Because-
Hammurabi was the first set of laws
Well,
and
I'm
rules.
saying,
They ripped
first
that all
known
from.
set
It was
of
a
laws.
way.
Correct.
Steal
It was a
them,
way
right?
to
Babylonians.
instill fear in these people. If you do
It's a
not
control
do these
tactic, yeah.
things, you're gonna fucking
I just don't think
burn.
it's just
this
art.
man is gonna fucking burn.
I just
you
don't
for
take it as art,
eternity.
like on like the fact that like I don't think the people that sat down and wrote that shit made it as art. I think 150 years after fucking the supposed Jesus died or whatever was going on, 150 years after that time was supposed to
Big
be.
JC.
It's like I think like fucking maybe they sat there and they said, all right, these people aren't afraid of this. They aren't afraid of getting crucified. We crucify the big one. People are still fucking nuts. It's like, what are we gonna do? It's like, let's introduce hell. Let's
Yeah.
introduce let's take these people to a different place.
Like
But-
Empire Strikes Back or some shit with Star Wars, kind of, right?
So to me, it's like it's like the
You're
original.
right.
It's like the original Alex Jones. The New Testament's like Alex Jones warning everybody about the Alex.
Pretty
He's
much.
been telling everyone
The
since
crazy
fucking
conspiracy
2004 that
Have
the
you
end of
heard
the
the
world's
New
coming.
Testament album?
Oh, the New Testament album? I don't know. The sort of the second new one was pretty cool. There was a couple songs about like 9/11 and like
Oh,
his
yeah.
dad having, like I thought are kind of hokey, but they still like they're heavy and they haven't made like a Lulu album like Metallica or something,
Morbid
or
Angel.
like, or Super Collider from
Oh, I didn't
Megadeth
mean
or
to
some
change the
shit.
subject that quickly, but you said
No,
New
it's all
Testament,
good. Yeah.
and that's where
I feel like they've got more of their clout more so than any of the other bands that were in their fucking area. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Maybe Overkill might still have some, but they weren't even on the same level necessarily.
Yeah. So
If you had to say like, if you had to take like 3 modern metal bands, like say from like 2004 up,
Mm-hmm.
like who do you think's made the biggest impact as far as moving the genre of metal farther than
What's my time frame? Like ever?
from I would say from like the early 2000s to now, like something like because like a lot of people go back to talking about like early Death and like Cannibal Corpse and stuff, and like
Mhm.
it's like yeah, all right, those guys made a fucking huge dent and like shaped where genres were heading, but now there's like so many different subgenres. Like it's like who's moving it in a direction where you see it's like not for popularity, not bullshit. Like where it's about the art still, where people are like I could right off the back and say like I think Necrophagus completely took the brutality factor
to a different level.
like a lot of the original bands, like even like to say like what's that fucking band, Mortician. Like that
Yeah.
level of
I was
brutality.
thinking that scene in Gummo when he's skinning a cat when you hear Mortician, like, just toilet bowl broken.
Dude, Mortician, oh my god,
But I'm saying,
dude,
like, the
that's
level-
so crazy.
they took
It's so bad,
but
but
they took,
you know, it's
but
like,
they took that
you
level
know it's
of
obvious drum
brutality.
machine.
They took that intensity and brutality and then gave it like this masterful classical working where the guitars aren't
Yeah.
really down tuned and like it's
No,
very
it's
so there's
very
not a lot of
sick
distortion on the
musician,
guitars.
And it's
like,
still brutal. Like that's the thing. There's
I
so
feel
who would you
for
say
me-
like 3 bands that would like be
to
moving-
touch on the Necrophagus thing, I love Necrophagus, don't get me wrong, but like, I feel like I can't listen to a whole album by them. There's like, it eventually gets so overbearingly inorganic to me. It just feels like it's I don't know, like, they're doing such like calculated and insane shit. But like, I don't know,
Well, I mean,
I'm
I
a big fan of letting the song breathe and, you know, like,
well, that's
it's
what you're
obviously-
at war with.
It's,
that.
it's obviously a technical endeavor,
But I
and
think
you
they
know
do
what
that
you're
a lot.
getting into.
I
Yeah.
think when they hit those big open chords, like they hit a lot of these like big open weird spacious chords where they're
I just
both
like it
hitting-
to feel like an actual band is playing it. Not that they
You know what I
aren't,
like?
but like, you know what I mean? Like,
And I didn't know that
not
they were
like it's better on
Christian.
vinyl or some shit like that, but like, you know,
The
like,
Faceless.
they're
The
not
one,
bad.
the one
Not
album
bad.
that I had that I
The
used to
first
bump in my
album was
car.
kinda
It's just
cool.
so much
Yes.
like weird. It's really about aliens. It's not very. I guess they're Christian. I found it later that they're Christian. So
Insta lame stuff.
yeah, that's why I was like, oh man, what?
Christian metal.
But like, there's parts that are so brutal, but then there's parts that are like fucking. It's like,
interplanetary duality. or
yeah,
some shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's very fucking like melodic and.
They do the proggy
there's
thing occasionally.
classic. It almost sounds like fucking classic.
It's kind of like Between the Buried and Me mixed with Necrophagus. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it was to me.
They were great.
That's what I thought when I heard them.
I love Beneath the Massacre. Obscura.
Fucking Canada.
Another great band, but we saw them live and it made me not like them as much, dude.
See, I saw Necrophagus live back in the day when I saw Carcass and their
Well,
reunion
that's-
tour,
that's like-
and they were
yeah.
actually, dude. I'll give it up to Necrophagus, dude. They literally played just like the album. If
Yeah,
not
I've
better.
seen
They
live
were-
shit from
They
them.
were
They-
pure
they-
precision,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously they're playing a lot of shit. There wasn't a lot of show going on other than just them raping their instruments, which
Yeah.
I guess is their thing.
That's the
show.
thing. Well,
but
that's
like,
the thing. Yeah.
I just like personally, I like the whole enchilada. You know what I mean? And they're not Mexican food, I guess.
No, they're definitely a bratwurst on a plate with
like
some
a pork
mustard.
shoulder,
Yeah.
a pork shoulder like slathered in kraut or something. You know?
I just,
But they're like the best
I really-
bratwurst on that
I
too.
Yeah,
really-
that's a good fucking.
Yeah.
I just really
Meat right there.
appreciated the way that they used like chordal structures and melodies. I think death
It's
metal
like
like
guitar
after so many
times, yeah.
Cannibal Corpse albums and shit, and after like you hear like At the Gates and stuff, and like they do
One
some
of my
cool
favorite
melodic
ones,
stuff.
for
They're a
sure.
great
At
band,
the Gates is the shit.
but it's like I don't know, like that much melody, like there's something completely masterful and like otherworldly about the melodies and like the flurries that they would hit with both guitars. Like a lot of bands, like there's one person that really stands out, and then the other guitar player is kind of like killing it. That's what was cool about like Later Death. Like Later
Yeah.
Death, when he had fucking like Shannon Ham and shit, like fucking they were killing fucking harmonies and trading solos, and like Necrophagus has that same ability to where like you'll think you're listening to a solo by Muhammad and it's the other fucking cat,
Yeah.
and it's even sicker than
15-year-old
what you've
Polish
heard
dude.
from the
What
other.
about Deicide? Remember, what was that one album that they
DSI
came out
hasn't
with?
done
And they
anything to
actually
push the genre forward.
No,
They
no,
made
no.
the same
But
album
see,
five
this is-
times in a row.
Okay, but listen. When you listen, you want to hear fucking Once Upon a Cross. Do you know what I mean? When you hear DSI, or you want to hear
Bible Basher or some
fucking,
shit.
you know, Sermons of the Light. You know, you want to hear that shit. So like, so they try to, like you said, who's trying to push the genre? They did it. What album was it? They did it, and they started adding solos and like these weird harmony riffs in their fucking songs, and everyone was like, "Dude, this isn't DSI. This sounds weird for DSI."
Yeah, you get
so
so
it's like,
jaded elitists. that
see,
are
but that's the
fear and
fucking
change, you know?
thing. It's like you don't know. Do you stick with it's like if it's not broke, don't fix it. Like Cannibal Corpse. Like, dude, they to me they've stayed consistently
Right, but is that
brutal.
always good though? Is
You
it
want
always
to
good?
grow as a musician.
You
I
do,
guess.
but look at Morbid Angel. They fucking tried to
I
grow
kinda
and
feel like they
do
did that as
they
a joke.
fucking
I like to think
bashed.
that they did that as a
It's
joke,
not a
you know?
joke.
Like they literally.
There's one song on that album that's actually true, Morbid
what?
Angel, and
Plays
it's
a
fucking
ball,
awesome.
right?
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the one
song,
show
yeah.
song. Yeah, like
That song's
fucking
awesome.
Radicult and
But
shit.
dude, all the other shit, it's like, dude, I understand that, like, you're trying to do something different, I guess, you know, try to reinvent yourself, of course, but no.
I guess you can't always succeed.
just
when
can't
try
do
Well,
something.
the thing is like if you're gonna try something new, you're gonna fail or succeed, or people are just gonna be blasé
So,
about it. But
be
the
a
thing is,
different
at
band.
least
Don't
do
call
something
yourself-
different.
That's kind of failing to me too.
Don't call don't call Morbid Angel this music
Why?
that's on that album.
If we did a Toilets album with you, me, and Rob, and I wanted to write fucking all ska songs, and there's no metal in it.
Yeah, but
I-
see, but that would be that would be us. The
But that's what
Toilets
they
are doing
work
a
on
ska.
purpose.
I think no, they're like,
They
look
still
at this
call
is
it
our
death
new
metal.
stuff.
Dude, it was
They
called
it death
Radical.
metal.
Well, there was death metal elements to it, but it was a
called,
shitty
like,
industrial album with
Elude-
death metal
Elude
elements.
something.
But it was death metal, just heavy on industrial. Like people call us a punk band, but we're a punk band.
Yeah, we're definitely not.
70% of the music,
cut-
maybe.
cookie
But then
cutter
the other
punk band,
30% is a crapshoot of metal, different kinds of genres of metal. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crack cocaine.
But the thing is like I think if it's the group of dudes and you want to call yourself whatever, it's like, dude, the Bee Gees used to sound like the Beatles, and then they became a disco group. But they're always the fucking Bee Gees.
And I
you
go,
know? They changed the way they sang.
They got the
Dude,
teeth-
look at Death.
Well, not-
look at the
not all
first
of them.
Death album and then
Yeah.
Sound
Oh,
of
yeah,
Perseverance.
yeah.
Fucking
That's a
Red
different
Bloody
band.
Gore and
That's
shit
a
like
different
that.
band. It's like comparing to Obituary to fucking Britney Spears at that point. It's like so fucking
Yeah,
different.
because their first shit was more like dude, Obituary is another band that I fucking always liked, man. I don't know.
I'm
what
talking
they-
about new bands
yeah.
that are pushing, like, cause like to me it's like,
See, but
what do you guys
metal's,
think of,
metal's at a stalemate.
Dude,
to
being
me,
in the
and-
scene
what do
and
you guys-
hearing all this metalcore and shit and all this new music, I don't even.
But
if
even
someone
that
tells
shit
me,
gent genre,
if
yeah.
someone's like, "Yo, if you heard like the Burning Between Us or something," I'm like, "No," and I probably don't. Not gonna like them. I that whole like fucking
Wednesday is Drowning or
scene,
whatever.
Like I don't know, man. I like your band.
But I'll give,
I mean, we're cool.
but I'll give
I like it
anyone
too.
a
It's just-
listen, man.
I mean, you guys are awesome as well, dude. Don't get me wrong. I mean, back to what you were saying before. I mean, we could talk about shitty ass bands for hours. There's a giant fucking pool of garbage that we have to sift through, you know.
Yes.
But like, not to jump on the fucking wagon. I guess this band's getting a lot of popularity. They've been great for years. But like Gorguts, I feel is a band that definitely
Great band.
They definitely push beyond maybe what the norm of what you think you're going to hear as far as.
Randy and I used to get Wendy's at fucking work at Guitar Center and listen to Gorguts.
Dude, Gorguts
All the way
is
there.
that's a horse of
Randy
another
would
color
fucking
as far
blast
as metal
beat on
goes,
his
man.
Impala
That's
steering
awesome.
wheel with the things like buckling.
They get
He's hitting
like
with his
beautiful
finger.
dissonance going on and shit, man. It's like so gross. It's rad. You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of bands really try to. At least before. I mean, maybe now you got like Ulcerate and shit that's basically like Gorguts twice the BPM or some shit. But like, they're cool too. But you can tell that they're just like they did with Meshuggah. They're replicating it. Eventually, it will get so oversaturated.
I
that
think
we'll
if
be
they're-
thirsting for something new.
Dude,
again.
you're Internal Bleeding.
No.
No.
But again,
See, this-
these are older bands. I want to talk about bands
They're
that
still
are
great.
newer from 2000 like on that like are moving metal forward. It's 2013.
Well, yeah, I guess
like
Gorguts
to me
were
it's
too.
like it's almost like bands like Alcest and like those kind of bands, like the deconstruction of metal and making it into songwriting and not about brutality. Like to me that's almost like one steady evolution of where metal's going, where I actually like it. Because it's kind of like, alright, dude, we've fucking triggered things to, it sounds like a fucking helicopter, a chainsaw,
Yeah.
bazookas are going off.
Yeah.
Your guitar tabs look like fucking binary.
You know what I mean?
Like,
So,
dude, one.
it's like, dude, it's like fucking, so then they're like, we're gonna play A minor, E minor, F, and G.
We're gonna jug the fuck out of this place.
What about Abysmal Dawn?
They're pretty cool.
They're a great band,
Yeah.
but I don't think they do anything
They're not
to
really
make
paving any kind of way.
No, you're right.
Okay, a band that about what you're saying, a newer band that's fucking awesome and different. Revocation, I would say. They're fucking really cool. Mostly thrash, I guess. They take like 5% of every other type of metal.
There's
Throw
some
it in.
melodic riffs.
But the
and shit.
motherfucker in the band's like from Berkeley and shit. Like he better know how to play his instrument. But I saw them live and shit. They really incorporate like they keep dynamics in mind, and they embrace the old, but they push new at the same time. You know what I mean? It's not like the craziest and like pioneering metal, but it's definitely refreshing to see a band that's only like 5 years, 6 years old doing shit like on that fucking level. You know what I mean? Fucking rad.
Yeah, you know,
Like they're fucking.
There's been like this huge like resurgence of like, you know, doom, like a lot of doom and
Oh,
sludge.
absolutely, especially in the South Florida area.
And
Big fucking.
And like it's cool, like bands like Sleep and stuff like that. Like there's like pushes for all these like slower bands. I think
a lot of
Pelican.
newer-
I was just gonna say
Pelican,
that.
I think
They have
is
a new
so
album that just
important.
came out. It's pretty good.
I think Pelican is so overlooked and important to like the evolution of like. I think they bridge metal, ambience, and rock in a way that it's like seamless. Like I listen to their music and I feel like I'm an outlaw on
That's-
drugs in the middle of
No,
fucking.
I
like
agree.
that.
I feel like the instrumental thing works against them and for them at the same time.
Have you
know what I
seen
mean?
that video for that one song? The one video that they had?
Between these walls.
Yeah, and the whole video
Is the
is
singer trying to get to the microphone.
trying to get to them. They're like jamming in a field.
That's
and,
awesome.
And by the
That's
end of the
awesome,
song,
man.
he finally gets to the mic, and it's the end of the song.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I
But
mean-
like, because I feel like whenever they're playing, like, put them on, it's awesome, but it's like also like really great background music. It could be overlooked if you're having a conversation at the same time. And I feel like people overlook them when they talk about, you know, bands that are important and shit like
Yeah.
that. Because then, sort of, you know what I mean? But like, the fact that they've done as much as they have with no fucking vocals, purely instrumental, which is
Yeah.
a really hard fucking avenue to conquer, is fucking rad as fuck. I remember the first time I heard fucking Fire in Our Throats and Beck in the Thaw on like Australasia, their old ass albums from like back in the day.
Yeah. I haven't
as
been
fuck,
into
bro.
them for too long.
Really
Well,
good shit. I
It's
can't
cool.
say the same about their newer stuff. But
To me, it's
sorry.
like really rad to talk about metal and stuff because like lately I've been playing with this guy and I promised him I'd plug the video. I've been playing with Ryan Weaver and he's really fucking one of the coolest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. Like I didn't know what I was stepping into and like I was open with them from the get-go. I'm like, this is gonna be culture shock. I don't know. And like I was just coming into like, you know, do a fill-in thing, you know, get some money and get the fuck out. And it turned into, I guess, me being with the band, but like this is his debut video, and like you guys know where I come from, like, and I'm sure some of you people know me, most of you don't, but like I come from
Some of
playing
us
punk
people.
and metal and fucking, you know, funk, reggae, like anything but country. I have played every kind of music but country. So when I heard this fucking song, I almost wanted to throw myself out of a fucking window, and I'm sorry, Ryan.
Before you start it, I want to say too. I'm sure you're a cool guy, Ryan Weaver, and Joey's told
He's a
me some
fucking
great
great guy.
stories about you. But I'm gonna say right now, I apologize. I'm probably gonna really dislike what we're about to say.
But this is Ryan Weaver's hit single. I play it on stage with my brothers Jason, Tanner, Rob.
Half the
50
toilets
fucking
are in
Robs.
fucking a country band.
So,
what the fuck?
2/3 of the toilets are in a fucking
Yeah.
country band. So go home and think about that, or don't. But this is Ryan Weaver,
Not me.
and I'm sure we're gonna comment on it this whole fucking time.
To worship with me today and ask yourself, what would Jason
I wanna know who this guy
do?
is.
Some ugly behavior, and I just want to say that beauty is skin deep, lovely is to the bone.
What the fuck?
Is that him? Who is it?
This thing. The fucking 5-string bass is like this.
Look at a fake tattoo on that chick.
High heels, she's 5'3".
Oh, God.
With a tattoo sleeve.
Dude, you're banking though, buddy, I bet.
Yeah,
So there's people that are fucking into shitty music.
It sounds like Duck Dynasty, the band, like this like recording with like the that like banjo in the background droning out. I like picture people like an airboat like picking like snakes out of the birds.
How many times has he mentioned like whiskey or his dog or like
Not too much with the whiskey, not too much with the dogs, but tires, trucks.
Oh, there you go.
It actually says whiskey in the song.
Dude, the one
Okay, I knew it.
Yeah.
I'm not.
The one thing I could say though, Joey, is that like stick with this guy, and if you start making loot off this shit, because you know how half the country, dude, the #1 selling fucking music in the United States is country.
Yeah, I mean, laugh all
But I'm
over.
like, dude, because the South and Texas is so much of the country.
I enjoy
that.
playing.
That's why.
I'll tell you what though, I enjoy playing with him and the crowds compared to metal crowds and shit.
Oh, because
People
they're
are
gonna
actually-
have fun and sing
People
along.
are fucking
Yeah.
so cool, dude. Like, I've met so many nice people fucking doing this. I've met some fucking ignorant ass motherfuckers who like, it's usually so fucking chill. Like, I get more stoned and fucked up at these shows than other shows, cause like, these people just relentless partying. Like,
You know what you need to do, man? You need to start, we need to make shirts, and you need to start wearing toilet shirts and stuff, and like,
We need to start a country band.
at Dad's house fucking shirts, and,
Mike Patton did
and
for
promote
fucking
the
Feed
shit
Number
out of your other shit through this.
but these people wouldn't listen to the toilets, and it would ruin it would ruin everything. You know what I mean?
Alright, well, whatever.
They hear the toilets.
Well,
Well,
then
that
let's
guy plays with Ryan Weaver. I'm never listening to Ryan Weaver.
Let's
again
hope that
until
this
he
guy
has
can
a
make
band.
you some money, and then you can just pay you to fucking have the studio and everything.
Shirts and John Deere hats. Got a peace sign sticker on her gun rack. She likes old time.
What I don't understand is like he doesn't really talk like that. Like he's got like a pretty normal, straight up voice.
Yes, he's deliberately acting like a country boy.
But he is from Inverness, Florida. Like he is like it's like I guess like it's
Well, I mean, I guess like death metal singers don't
like when
talk
Method Man
like
spits.
that.
When Method Man raps, he sounds like Method Man when he's talking.
Yeah, I know, but that's rap.
To me, this is like it's like
Yeah, but dude, George Fisher does not sound like fucking when he sings like, hey, how's it going? What's up, man? But yeah, that's that typical country sound, you know, like.
Sounds like a coin rolling around in a tin can down the street, right?
Oh! Was that you, Joey? We're just fixing this fence over here, and I'm gonna ride this bike, which I probably never really rode. It pulled me, because I don't really ride motorcycles.
I hope you watch that seat. That woman looked like she could fucking gorilla choke someone to death.
Alright, so yeah. Ryan Weaver, you look like a cool dude, but I can't get down. But I hope you like the toilets.
I don't know. I have a lot of fun doing the country gigs, except when I get food poisoning from the Walmart in fucking Lecanto, Florida.
See, that guy at Walmart deserves to die. Not the guy working Black Friday.
It's true. You know, a stomach for a stomach.
Sure, yeah.
So how we doing on time, Randy?
Hello, when you're trying to have entertainment for your children's birthday parties or your special events in life, it's important to hire entertainment that speaks to your audience. Hire my son, Sasha, world famous child clown. He dance, he sing, he jump, he play. He makes balloons, he makes animals, he makes a giraffe. It's very, very nice. If you would like to have my son come your party and entertain, the cost is 1 mule and 50 hectares of kerosene. You can bring to my warehouse dock on 5th Avenue in Boca Raton, Florida. You bring to me and my son will come to your party. They've cleared up all the charges against my boy. We pray for the families that died in the fire. You have to realize why be with the rest when my son is the best. Don't be an asshole. Get a good child entertainer. Don't be stupid. Don't waste your mind. I want you to have a great time. America's #1 AOK. And George Bush, I love you.
All right. Thank you for sitting through another commercial break. I hope that you all order your package from Sasha, famous Russian child entertainer. His father is really adamant about putting the ad on the air. He didn't pay anything for ad time, but he did try to hit me in the face. So, that was Ryan Weaver that we ended off with. I play with Ryan Weaver. He's a fucking great guy. As far as my knowledge of country music, Ryan Weaver's it. That's like really all I've done. And I'm very grateful because I've seen a little bit of other country music, and Ryan's fucking cool. We get to use loud distortion and fucking actually like palm me and throw squeals in. I threw fucking a couple sweeps in there, cleaned up.
But
nice.
according to country fans, that's ruining it. Because I talked to someone the other night and they're like, oh, I hate that when they try to get heavy. Just play country.
Nah, when you see the Weaver Country Band, you understand that you can fucking rock out on the countryside.
Well,
Trademark.
As much as I enjoy, I believe that you have good times with these guys. They probably drink it up and whatever.
I'm sure they do.
I think we need to get on to some better music.
What I'd like to present to everyone is Paul's one of Paul's projects, Sons of the Morning Star.
It's still going,
My hands all fucking
Sons of the Morning Star is probably. I'm gonna go and say it. I know a lot of people love Orb Weaver and a lot of these other bands and Shroud Eater and Orb Weaver, like Randy and Sally. You guys are great. I'm like, but I don't think there's any other metal band that's as good as Sons of the Morning Stars right now in our state. I don't think there's another band that can compete with them as far as the originality, and there's so many different kinds of vocals. It doesn't get monotonous. There's so much melody, but there's also this like Black Sabbath-y kind of like fucking like doom blues, but it's like this augmented, diminished, weird blues sound to it. It's completely out of control. So we're gonna play you some, and then judge it harshly based on the merits of.
I knew what I was getting into. That's fine.
So this is their song called Beginning Your Heartbeat.
Paul, of course, plays bass and sings for the band.
This song is, of course, an instrumental, but you get the idea. It's one of my more favorite ones, actually.
That's very catchy.
It has like we get that a lot. We get like
Yeah.
the early Mastodon thing a lot too.
Yeah. I can imagine the vocals to it, you know?
I mean, like.
A long way from Blade Song.
A little bit, yeah. I still have people that come up to me at late work and they're like, dude, when's Blade Song getting back together? I'm like, bro, when are you dying in a fucking fire? You know, like.
People ask me that about Visionaries, so it's fucking
Dude, we played a show Prop with Sons a few months ago, and someone walked up to me and they're like, bro, Blade Song. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And he's like, you know, like, I mean, it was cool. It's an awesome part of my life, but as a musician, you gotta constantly move on.
Well, you're in Sons of the Morning Star now, and if they know you from Blade Song and not from Sons, you know, it's
well, hopefully I can sway them, you know. Yeah. Sons too. I mean, not sway them. I mean, hopefully they dig it, you know. One can only hope.
fucking nasty, man.
Yeah.
He's just like, it's almost like it's never a steady. It's steady.
Something's always happening.
But he's always good.
But it's part of the, I feel like his drumming is a big part of like the controlled sort of chaos that we sort of like maintain.
Yeah. Where
you know what I mean? There's a bunch of different.
I almost feel like the riffs hold it down and Pete's kind of like almost melodious.
Yeah.
Filling the negative space. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it definitely wouldn't be something that
the harmonies right here.
Anybody in the band, really, but.
I love the harmonies that Garrett and Mike come up with together. Like with the harmonizer pedal that I use with the toilets, which I've actually gotten rid of. But like,
yeah, how the fuck are you gonna do some solos?
I'm gonna do it without the harmonizer.
Like Dimebag would.
It's just like the chip, I guess, that they make the pedal with generates after a while, and you don't get that crisp two guitar sound. It sounds like they're both fighting.
Oh, it's not sounding right.
So I told you, like, that's why I was getting rid of it. I'm like, it's not serving its purpose anymore. It sounds like butthole and it fucks up my signal.
Butthole can be good. I mean, sounding.
It sounded good though at one point though, I say that.
I just love the power in the riff. Like, it's like Pelican, like, you can pull, or like Voice of the Soul by Death. How much emotion can you pull out of someone with just the instrument? That to me is like if you can mix this kind of instrumental with a great vocal and great poetry, like that's the recipe, you know? And the music on its own merits is interesting enough to make you sit there and keep wanting to listen. I've always said too, it's like this kind of like celestial galactic, like to me, like this is mushroom metal.
It's good. Absolutely, yeah. Like the straight prog thing going on.
Like tripping out. It's like King Crimson, but super brutal. I mean, there's no reason why this shit have an Iron Maiden like Brazil like fucking 50,000 Brazilians. Chris Dickens is on stage with you guys. Like, where'd he come
It's
from?
actually the only instrumental song on the album. I mean, we just envisioned it as like a song's Candelasa. It has like a real watery sort of thing. Candelasa is the ancient ocean. We had Pangea, that equals Earth. It's like an ancient body of water thing. You know what I mean? It's real long.
Well, it's got like a kind of nautical, but sounds like pirate music.
Exactly. It's very maritime. But yeah, I mean, vocals are good too. Relaying a message is very paramount.
But again, to move someone with just the music, like this can make me think of a million different things depending on the state of mind I'm in listening to it.
Just try to make it part of the dynamic, man. There's nothing you shouldn't try to do.
Always reminds me of like Rollins band, that riff. Killer, dude.
It's awesome.
Thank you, man.
So what are you guys up to?
I mean, tentatively, we don't have any shows per se booked at the moment. I mean, that's always subject to change, of course. You know, we're pretty much down for a good time.
How was your little? You guys
But,
just went on some kind of like little tour, right?
Yeah, in late October we went on
Yeah.
with this band Moray. You guys know them. They're from Miami.
Yeah.
Like a,
Devin is their drummer, right?
Yeah, like a post-metal. I guess if that makes any sense. Like
They're not my favorite band as far as music, but like I really like the guys in the band. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, they're awesome dudes too. I personally
They're
like
all
their
good-
music.
they're all
It's got
good
like
players.
a nice proggy flair. It's not like every other band that you hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can see their influences, but they make their own.
I guess like it's not so much the music, it's the vocal. It's just I don't think it does the music justice. Like to me, it's almost like throwing like
It's
like throwing Corey from What Wishes Can't Mend over top of some good prog metal that's got some like good melody and like.
I personally enjoy. I mean, I see what you're saying, Renee. He's got a big hardcore background, so it's definitely like hardcore influenced approach at like a prog sort of thing. I like the dichotomy of it, but I can absolutely see what you're saying. I mean, you're feeling like the message that's happening with the music is being not delivered because.
Right, I just feel like the music's almost like it's like if Alcest had screaming on it. That wasn't like that like faint black metal ambient like
That's totally
like if you had
different,
Jamie Jost singing on Alcest it would
Hopefully
sound like,
Jamie Jones doesn't sing on anything. That shit sounds like Dr. Seuss now. You know, like fucking old Mother Hubbard.
it's
living in
so
a cupboard.
sad. So where'd you guys go to on your tour?
We did like a Florida tour. We started in Miami, went to St. Petersburg, played at the Foo Bar there. That was pretty cool. Yeah, that was good. Then we went to Gainesville,
Great town.
Yeah, we played. Yeah, I remember.
Cause a lot
I
of
talked to you on the phone, and
There
you're
were a lot of
like,
chaos in that fucking
you're like,
town.
go to this street, talk to the fucking these guys. They got all the good drugs, and I was like, I'll keep that in mind.
Dude, you go to fucking these
I had a
states-
fucking alcoholic root beer there. Amazing.
Right.
Amazing. Like 3 of those, you're fucking right to your knees. Genuflex. I ain't even Christian. But
Damn, man, Cobra.
that was cool though. We played an art gallery there, which was awesome. It was like a broke down abandoned building. And we just set up and did like guerrilla fucking metal show, which is like, I'm more about that than like any, like, I don't know. To me, that's like the spirit of like the metal environment. We're just like pulling in homeless people and weird people off the street, coming in this abandoned building where this fucking metal band is just going to town.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? Like that is uncut, pure like form of metal right
That's
there.
raw, man.
You know what I mean? Goddamn geode. Or I don't know if that worked. Whatever. Shit sparkles. But so that was cool. Then we went to Augusta, Georgia. Played with a few hardcore bands that are touring from New York, like Vice and.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
really?
Vice. They're really good. They're good
They're
guys.
a
too.
good band.
They're fucking. They sound a lot like Spaz.
We just had Adam
It's
from
fun.
Propane on,
Yeah, those
and
guys,
dude,
they're
their new
awesome.
album sounds fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
I met Adam. He's a good guy too, man. Yeah, he plays in Mobile Home.
Adam's a great
Yeah, they're
dude.
mobile always too.
Fucking all the homies are great.
Yeah.
JC.
And Mobile. Reach them on their stuff.
But dude, like the new, I like started listening to more of it after he came on, and like I was surprised because like they really are like let's go back to 1992.
Propane. Oh
And
yeah,
it's like-
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like dude,
They're
it's so
hardcore.
It's
They're
so
so-
legit, and dude, the solos
like
that Adam
Blood
throws in.
Clot and like late Chromags kind of shit.
And Adam's sick. in
Adam's
that
solos
band,
are so fucking insanely over the top and like super amazing that like
Awesome.
it's like, you know, hardcore. A lot of bands don't even do solos, so to hear like fucking like, and, you know, I've jammed in bands with Adam, you know, for short stints, and I'm like, to hear that over hardcore is kind of like.
Refreshing.
It's like when you see the Toilets and you hear fucking solos over punk rock that it should be going like, you know,
Yeah.
it's just like
epic ass fucking solos over like a no effects style
Yeah.
riff or something, you know? It's awesome.
it's just so cool to see that, dude.
But
Yeah, they're awesome.
so
man,
back
we
to
need
the tour thing, I guess. Sorry,
Yeah.
real quick, my bad.
Yeah.
After Georgia, which was a cool show, we did Jacksonville, played at the Shantytown. That was an awesome place. Guy let us stay at his house. The promoter was rad. Bunch of
Nice.
beer. Then we played Orlando at Back Booth, which is like one of the nicest venues I feel like I've ever played at. It's
Yeah.
like really legit sound system, big stage and shit. Awesome. So I had a great time. You know what I mean? We'll do it again soon.
That's awesome. It's too bad the rest of the guys couldn't come out. What the fuck, guys? If you're gonna watch this.
Meemaw, peepaw, jeepa pow pow. We miss his
I think they didn't want to be.
Wow.
They didn't want to be on camera smoking. I think that's the reason.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's not like we're on fucking even cable access, dude. It's like, what the fuck?
But it happens.
Dude, we're just smoking tobacco, you fucking
Yeah.
pussies.
That's true. I don't know if I told them that. Yeah, it's just tobacco.
Fucking
Sorry.
fucking spirit.
I know. Probably get fired.
It is. I mean,
And
what,
so,
else, what else
so
would it be?
what, bro? And so what? Come on, guys. It's
Yeah.
fucking 2013.
14
fucking, we're
almost.
still alive. I've been smoking fucking reefer since I'm 11
It's
years
like
old,
2 weeks
bro.
to 14, man.
But yeah, they had some stuff they had to do.
See that? Proud.
Yeah.
I'm fucking proud, bro. Fucking when people are like, I need my Visines, I'm going to the store. Fuck that. I want you to see
Yeah,
my
what
red
the
fucking
fuck?
eyes.
Yeah.
Get your fucking wide white eyes the fuck away from me. I don't need to see that shit.
Dude, every time me and Joey go to Guitar Center together, we like smoke a joint in the car with the windows up the whole time.
See, like, fucking
so
hot
we
box
get
them
there, we open the doors, the smoke pours out, and we walk into Guitar Center. I just remember, we do it every other place, but it's just always the Guitar Center. I just know that like reek of weed, you know? And I'm like, I don't fucking care.
I'm
dude.
laughing because Randy and I work there together. And every
no,
morning you
that's awesome.
have to have a meeting in a fucking room the size of a bathroom,
Yeah,
alright? With
it's
fucking
dope.
8 guys. And fucking me and Randy are standing there like Beavis and Butthead, like chuckling. And so they're like, so guys, I really got to push the player performance warranties today because, you know, we're really down right now. And then, like, Steve-O be looking at me and Randy like, you fucking jerk off.
Alright, well, that's all good.
No, I'm saying we work there. Like, going into the store and buying
Yeah, but I
shit.
do that all the how many times we going into places and people are like, "Oh, I love your perfume."
Yeah, well,
and they're like, "Wink, wink."
At
you
Guitar
know?
Center, they
I'm like,
kinda
yeah,
know a little better,
it's can't
too,
buy
though.
from men.
You can't.
You better record
I did that
for
at once at
fucking
Guitar Center
Rubber
too, and it was like
Band.
early in the morning. Guys, like, oh, he's like, you doing all right? He's like, it's still kind of early. I could see you're on like a different level or something, man. And I was like, I'm high, and he knows it. You know, like, it was cool. But they
Whatever. As
didn't
long as I
care.
ain't a cop, and I ain't
Give a
got no.
fuck. They're like,
even
yeah,
if
you're
it
buying
isn't-
musical equipment. What do they expect? They're the fucking same guy too. They want to fucking get
Even
smoked
if
out
it
in
is
the
a
parking
cop, dude, you ain't got nothing else on you. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, if you're
like we'll have
honest.
one joint, and
Cops
then
in
the
the-
roach
yeah.
we throw out the window, so we could walk into the place stinking, and they're gonna be like, "You, even if it's a cop right there, you smell like weed." What? No, I don't. And they search me, and there'll be nothing on me, and I'd be like, "I'm not high." They're not gonna make me take a piss test before I get back in the car.
And then just be like, all pigs must die, and run away.
And we get to this.
That's cool, man. They're down with that. They're like, yeah, we're stupid. We hate.
I don't know. I just feel like, you know, like there's so much stigma against it for so long, but like it's like, come on, dude. Like,
It's only illegal
if you know some like,
because fucking the cotton guys.
if you know
I
a
had
doc-
a guy come into work and have me sign a petition for the legalization of weed in Florida.
if there's a doctor that smokes weed and hasn't killed a patient, that shows you some people can smoke weed and fucking go about their
Well,
fucking.
dude, they'll
Yeah.
put it on the ballot, and then everybody's a fucking pothead, and no one will get up and vote. It's like only like 33% of the actual pothead
Well,
community.
because
will
they're
not
making
vote
money.
for it.
It's a fucking business. When it comes down to it, the
The
fucking
government
government's
could
still
make
making
money for it from it.
No, but it's bigger than that. It's so much bigger. It's the prison business. That's one of the biggest businesses in this country is the prison business. And fucking there's private prisons. They're owned by private companies. And these are the same motherfuckers that want to keep weed illegal because the private fucking business. That's the reason. It's not because of fucking weed and weed stores. That's small potatoes. Prison. Each prisoner $40,000 a year minimum. Okay, and you fucking just throw them in there, and you got a bunch of dudes for this.
The companies
fucking
that
for
they're
this little
outsourcing
shit.
to say they have like a quota. They're like
One
losing money. 'cause we
person's
don't have
making
enough
that
prison
fucking
people.
money. One fucking rich Texan's making that money on that private prison, and it's like a boys' club. So it's so much bigger than that fucking one little
I mean-
microcosm of like, oh, well, because they can't make money on the weed. Yes, they can. It's not the point. They can make more money with it illegal.
If they mass produced it like they do cigarettes and put 210 different fucking,
It will not generate as
Cancer-causing-
much
I
money
think it's
as
the
prisons.
I don't know.
Look
man.
at how much money prisons make now as
But
opposed
we
to
can still put
cigarettes.
people in prison for anything we want. It doesn't have to be just about weed. It could be
But the
about
thing is,
fucking
weed puts
kissing
enough.
outside or something.
1 in 6 people in jail's in jail for fucking weed, man.
Dude, listen.
That
What it
you
comes
take,
down
you
to-
take that out of the fucking grand population, this grand like, of people that are in jail. It's a lot of fucking
Dude,
heads.
wait.
That's a lot of money those cats would lose if fucking weed became legal.
Wait till all the gray people get the gray-haired people get out of the government. All these old
Grays.
people. No, I'm not the grays, but I'm just saying like the cotton industry and shit is the reason why marijuana is illegal anyway because it was a much cheaper
At that
way
time.
to make paper, everything.
It's also
At
a
that
fuel
time.
source too.
Okay,
and petroleum
so they made it at
Right,
that time.
that's a bigger
Listen,
thing
at
now.
that time.
Yeah.
But now, look at fucking potheads. Look at us, dude. If these fucking old fucking people watch this show and the things we say, like to them, they're like, oh, you know, this shit should not be legal. The fucking typical
like,
stoner.
fuck them. I just wanna
So,
eat.
no, but I'm saying, as our generation grows up and it gets more and more, I'm telling you, look out, it's legal places already.
Colorado.
You know, it's spreading. I mean, just let it go. Let all these, let some of these old fucking people that are in Congress right now and all this shit, let them die the fuck out. And dude, it'll slowly change and people will realize that marijuana is not anything to fucking, you know.
I mean, hopefully.
Dude, first of all, people can go, you go to the fucking store and get synthetic heroin. Pretty much. You know,
But that's
But you have to
that's
get
a
a
slow.
prescription
Well, that's
and
a
it's
slow
that.
death, man.
no, but dude, there's
Perpetuating
there's
life.
still shit that you can take Tylenol PMs until you're fucking
But
doped
the
up.
bottom line is they're gonna arrest people too that have that shit without a script. The bottom line is the prison business and the gasoline business are the two ones that are keeping weed illegal.
And the
Those are-
pharmaceutical business too, I think, as well, man. There's a lot of.
Absolutely.
Pfizer would totally lose a huge percentage of weed.
They've already.
But you want to know what though? I can tell you this as someone who is a pothead that uses pot when they're sick, when things are wrong. It's not a cure-all. I mean, all you fucking hippie fucks that keep going around saying, "Oh, well,
Tommy Chong's cured
if you
cancer,
smoke weed,
rubbing
you
it
won't
on
get
the
cancer." My fucking dad smoked weed for fucking 40 years, got cancer, and fucking died.
Yeah.
It's not a cure-all. You know, does it
No.
do some really great things?
But-
Sure, fucking does. In moderation, I'm sure it's great. I don't know that
It's
life. I smoke
medicinal.
way too
It's
much.
definitely medicinal.
Yeah.
I don't have
To
like,
some,
Anything is
some degree.
good in a controlled
Dude,
amount.
there's-
Too much
Dude,
anything.
but when you
You
have
remember the girl
bronchitis, this ain't gonna help
Yeah,
you.
the
It's like
sinus infection
antibiotics.
is not a good thing to smoke, yeah.
No, but did you hear about the girl that was fucking seizuring and they couldn't fucking figure it out? And this girl went from having like 300 seizures a week, and then they got her on. They would make it into the oil. The parents, because they went to all these doctors, no one could help. The girl was fucking like seizuring all the time. They finally they go to a doctor that actually, because no doctor wanted to recommend medical marijuana to an 8-year-old. They're like, no, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. This one doctor said that he would. He was like, I believe that it'll help. They went to a dispensary, got this weed, and they melted it down. And it was like what is it, CBTs or whatever?
CBDs.
CBDs. That's where they make it into an oil, and she put a drop on her food. And dude, the girl went just from doing that, a drop of THC oil on her fucking, or you know, and it went
Probably some
from,
potent shit though.
dude, she went from 300 seizures a month to 2 a month.
That's a big drop.
You fucking wise ass. No, but it did. It really helped. It's like proven. It really does.
Like
help.
anything else,
You-
if
like-
you're a
No,
proponent of
definitely.
it, there's extremists. There's people who take weed to the nth degree, and it's the cure to everything. And there's people who think it's the devil. Bottom line is, in the middle, where moderation is somewhere where the truth is. Like, is it all good? No, it's not all good. Fucking, I know when I do cardio, if I smoke too much weed, especially out of a big bong, when I'm doing cardio at the end of the day, I'm not enjoying my life. You know what I mean? When I'm on stage and I smoke too much pot before I go on stage, especially doing vocals, it actually puts a strain on
I
me.
don't smoke. Yeah, it actually constricts your
So-
voice, man. I don't smoke before I
So like, there's ups and downs with everything, but legalize fucking marijuana at some point. Fucking,
Yeah.
you know, we'll put enough.
don't
people-
turn it to shit and put a bunch of chemicals in it either. Like, keep it the way it is.
No, dude, it don't matter. As long as it's decriminalized. As long as I know
People
that I
will always
can
road
leave
themselves, I guess.
the property with a fucking eighth of weed in my pocket and some rolling papers that I just been smoking and chilling, and if I get stopped, I'm not gonna get arrested for that.
Right.
As long as you got
You know
like,
what I
a
mean?
card or something, I guess, right? Well, that's
No, I just
in
think it should be
Colorado, yeah.
decriminalized.
Well, yeah.
Meaning for like low possession. Like, yes, if I have a trunk full of weed bagged up in fucking ounces with price tags on
Like a
them,
scale next
you
to
know,
it, like
and
on-
I'm not gonna pay taxes on that or whatever, then I'm gonna get in trouble for that. Yes, if I smoke like 10 joints and they pull me over and they get some kind of fucking breathalyzer kind of thing, you know, and I prove that I smoke too much, then I can get arrested. It's kind of like drinking and driving. They should make it like alcohol. But if I'm just driving down the street or if I'm walking and a cop fucking, you know, looks
Probably
down and
public
sees.
intoxication, though, I guess.
Well, that's the thing, yes,
They can get
okay.
you for that.
Yes, they can get you for that, and I wouldn't blame them, because that's the way alcohol is, you know?
Mm.
But at least, like, I'm not gonna, if I have a 6-pack in my car and I'm driving home,
You might go to jail, yeah.
I'm not gonna get arrested for it. Yeah, that's
That's
the whole
definitely,
thing.
no, I know. And I feel like, dude, as you get older, like, the more responsibilities you have, the more, like, there's kind of a paranoia, at least for me, like, I got more paranoid as I got older, a little bit, when smoking weed. But, like, I feel like if you live in a state that is decriminalized, that whole, like, the whole level of
Yes,
paranoia that
yes.
exists with weed,
Alright.
which is, like, a huge part of fucking weed, that whole part of that would be totally eliminated.
Yeah.
And that's just the government.
The
You know what I
worry
mean?
of just
the
getting
government
busted, yeah.
is, like, such a huge part of your high.
Fucking right, man. Well, we gotta wrap it up, everybody.
Yeah.
So toilets are gonna be at Churchill's this Friday if this gets published before then.
Friday the
Watch this.
13th.
We're gonna be at
December
Churchill's
13th.
with Misfits and Angry Pudding. It's a Misfits pre-party. Paul, you guys got a show coming up or anything?
Not at the moment. Stay tuned. We'll get
Check out Sons of the Morning Star on Facebook. Check out the Toilets on Facebook. Check out I Am the Machine, Dad's House Confessions, Joey V. D. Stefano, comedian, fucking
Manifest
child
Test
entertainment.
Subject.
Shed Crew.
Fucking, and we're gonna leave you with some fucking Toe Hider, with my fucking favorite new band. They're fucking brilliant, and have a great night. Thanks for joining us.
It was strange 'cause I wasn't afraid, but I have to say that it was more than Picture it, come on.